Here is our main story on the Rated R Safety Show.
So, main story time, Rated R Safety Show. We are hanging out on this lovely Monday, and we need to talk real quick. We need to hang and bang and shine and blind and all that kind of fun stuff. You know, I will tell you, I get more complaints inside of this box on a Monday than I do any other day of the week. And I don't mean complaints like, I'm talking about, you know, the redundancies that people see inside of systems, the redundancies that people see about how nothing at my job changes. I get it. Believe me, I get it. I have worked at those workplaces, just as some of you talk about, that the system sucks. Let's just be realistic. It's not good. It is the system within the system. We've talked about this before. It's not like this is some miracle that we're talking about. But it's like one has to look at it and go, how do we change things? And some people get extremely frustrated that there is a conversation that occurs and happens and moves, and we kind of look around and go, this makes sense, and then we go, that doesn't make sense, and there's just so many things that one questions. But then there's the other side of the coin. There's the question that comes about is it as bad as it sounds? Is it better than what it sounds? And then you start questioning. And then you start looking. And then you do that weird thing that nobody wants to admit that they do, but we do it all the time. We justify. We justify why we are staying in the system. We justify why it's okay that it's not okay. And listen, I will tell you, I know the two sides of the safety professional. I know the ones that will stay regardless of what's going on, and I know the ones that will jump the moment that something better shows up to go somewhere else. And here's the problem that we run into. And this is a problem that people run into regardless of what career you're in. If you kind of look back at the olden days, some people would have a job, stay there their whole life because there was quote unquote great benefits. There was pensions. There was health care. There was this. There was that. There was matching this, matching that, making sure that at the time of retirement, you were set to go. And then you have jobs that suck and don't have any of that stuff. And things have changed throughout the years. And it's okay because things should change. And then you have that other side when it comes to this whole equation where there's people that are out there that they're always looking for the bigger, better deal. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but understand that. That a new position becomes available and there's more money and they jump. There's another position available and they jump. And that's okay. Not a problem. But there's the in-betweeners, if I can say that. The people that have been at a place for a period of time really like the people. And what they have determined is, in their point of view, is that the place will not be better if they are to leave. The place will not be better if someone does not stand up to. And that becomes an issue. Because guess what? Are you staying because you're trying to correct the system, or are you staying out of some level of guilt? And those are the questions that you have to ask yourself. I have worked in organizations where people stayed an extended amount of time because they really like the people. And there's not a problem with that. But the system there sucked. I have been with people that worked at places that they're like, I am staying here until it's corrected. And let me explain that term right there. Corrected. Have you ever worked at anywhere where things were quote unquote corrected in the long run? Because I used to sit around and I would say, I'm not going to do something until it's perfect, until it's above caliber, until it's blah, 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 blah. And then I realized there's this thing that happens that we don't get enough of that's called time. You are never going to have the perfect time for X. You're never going to have the perfect time for this, that, or the other. You're going to have to think about these things. I mean, you're not going to have to do anything, but I'm just saying, you have to think about them when it's all said and done. What is going to make the most logical sense? So, as you look at the both sides of this coin here, which category do you fall under? Do you want to fix everything? Or do you already think things are perfect? Or what are you going to do? I mean, your life depends on it, and so does your system.
Oops! What did he just say?
We at Safety FM don't always agree with the viewpoints of our hosts and guests.
Now back to real safety talk on Safety FM.